Today on Mr. Media, I'll share a rare 25-year-old interview I did with the late roots rocker, Bo Diddley. Stick around.
Now, when I was a little boy, at the age of 5...
So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is a Mr. Media interview. You know, MrMedia.com, MRMedia.com. Stop by and check it out. There are more than 600 archived celebrity interviews there for your listening pleasure. The show is brought to you today by thepartyauthority.us. Planning a wedding, mitzvah, or corporate event? For any and all occasions, call the Party Authority nationwide at 1-800-DIAL-DJs. That's 1-800-342-5357, where one call does it all. Mr. Media is recorded live from the new media capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. Now, I found the following 54-minute interview with Bo Diddley, recorded April 20th, 1985, by accident in my files after first uncovering a draft of the print version. I'm the dude that Elvis Presley copied. He copied me and combined Jackie Wilson, Diddley told me that day. That was a memorable day for me for two reasons. Spending an hour with Bo in Ybor City, Florida, that's just outside of Tampa, the afternoon of his show, of course, but also my memories of the photographer I worked with that day, Tom Howland, who was a longtime friend and who since passed away very suddenly. Anyway, this interview is one of my all-time favorites. I'm so happy to bring it to you, and I hope you'll enjoy this Mr. Media Lost Tape interview with Bo Diddley.
Punk rock, God damn. They would be great. They don't need to do all that noise to tell that they got power. Okay, let's shoot. We don't have too much.
No, that's all right. The two things I read, every story that I read, like I spent the afternoon going over all the clips I had, all the stuff going back a couple of years.
Yeah.
Two things I noticed. One thing is nobody seemed to have consistent spelling of your first name. I wanted to ask you.
Well, first of all, my name is not Oprah.
I know that. Why?
My name is Ellis.
Ellis. I found.
McDaniel.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I found for your first name, I found like 6 different spellings. Every story I read had a different spelling.
It's Ellas.
Okay. All right.
Ellis.
The only one that repeated was Elia. It was remarkable. The other thing I wanted to know, every story I read talked about the dislike of snakes. And I was wondering, I'm serious, I'm wondering if that's...
You want to bring a snake in here?
I'm just wondering if people picked up on that, just to pick up, or if that's something that you really have to...
No, I don't eat snakes, man. You know, no way. You know, snakes. Well, here we have to live among them, but unfortunately, these things that are very fearful of men. And we are fearful of them, you know, afraid of them. And I don't like the idea that I even have to kill one to take its life. But some snakes they're poisonous, so I know that their poison can take my life. That's his weapon. My weapon is a big stick. You know, or whatever else I can get my hands on, you know. But I don't like taking anything's life, you know. I even hate to get mosquitoes, you know, but mosquitoes carry malaria, and I don't want malaria, you know. So if there was some kind of way that I could deal with these bugs and these little crawly things without being affected by them, then I wouldn't have to do that.
I don't have any misgivings about killing mosquitoes, though. I got wells, so I know.
They love me.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to ask you about that. Musically, I saw Little Richard on Tonight Show a couple weeks ago. Strange kind of thing. He came out and he said something that surprised me. Now, he said that he is personally responsible for everything that has ever happened in rock and roll. Now,
I'm not going to talk about Richard.
Because
Richard is a very good friend of mine, but you have to understand Richard. Richard was a man that could basically get away with just about anything that had to do with music or talking and things that he said on this. He made his reputation that way. Something like my man Ali had an act of being comical, and a lot of times he was really serious, you know. And he was great with what he did, and he was he was the greatest, I feel, since Joe Louis, fighter that ever lived. You understand? And of course, Ali is still here, and he's my main man. You understand? Richard is my main man in music. You understand? And the type of stuff he do, I got a lot of friends, but you have to understand something. I could go out. You remember the wrestlers, Gorgeous George, and these cats used to go out on the stage, out in the ring with a mirror looking at their, oh, I'm so pretty. Oh, I'm just good. Look at me, girls. Ain't I pretty? You know, this is the type of thing that is show business. Is that you get a lot of guys in the wrestling field. You see what they say? I'm going to break so-and-so's arms off. I'm going to wring his nose off and stuff him in his ears and all this kind of stuff. Well, people do the same thing in rock and roll. But try this on for size. I was number one. No fantasies, no fictitious, not trying to hog up publicity and all that. I was. 1955, I'm the dude that turned the stuff around, and then later Richard came up with Long Tall Sally, I believe it was. One of those records is his that hit the chart, and soon I was already going. Richard opened the door for a lot of piano players like Jerry Lee Lewis. That's right. He laid the groundwork, but he's not responsible for rock and roll. You know, he's just not responsible for rock and roll. He's a kingpin in rock and roll. You know.
When I wasn't even around when someone my age, now it's had 3 decades.
Yeah, I know.
When like some of my guys look back and say, well, I don't know who exactly started rock and roll, but I can point to himself and Richard and Chuck Berry, Presley, and is it wrong?
I'm the dude. I'm the dude that Elvis Presley copied. He copied me and combined me and Jackie Wilson together. Yes, sir. Long live teardrop. Huh?
I just didn't know
Oh, yeah. See, this is. I can afford to talk to you. You're interesting. Yes, sir. See, no, you're saying the right thing. Some cats don't know what to say to me, and they piss me off real quick. You know.
Well, the only thing I was nervous about was that whether you prefer to be called Daniel or Bo or what. The only thing I was worried about.
No, but you see, a lot of people haven't done their homework right. They go get some stuff out of something else that they read, and then just rearrange it and try to build a story around it. and then 20. So that tells a guy that's 21 years old today that what he reads, that's what he believes. Here I come saying that, no, that's all wrong. I have no fruit in my hands at the time that I'm talking to him. So how can I show him that that's what he just read is a crock of crap?
You gotta know that there was Bo Diddley in 1955, man.
The first people, let me go back. We had the Spaniards, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, working men, and they had a baby. The moon glows sincerely. Flamingos, I'll be home, my darling. Bo Diddley, Alan Free, Bo Diddley, and I'm a Man. Chuck Berry came in with Maybelline, and I forget what was on the other side of his other record. Then Joe Turner, the Split, Flop, and Flat. Bill Haley jumped his ship. Elvis Presley came up with blue suede shoes, I believe it was a hound dog or something. And Carl Perkins, Gene Vincent, and Ray Charles came out with I Got One More, way over down, good to me. This was the beginning of rock and roll. Then Little Richard jumped in there somewhere. Right around about that area. So we're talking about almost two years before Richard came out. Yes, sir. And so I love it. I ain't got a damn thing to say bad about it. Because I don't know nothing bad about it. You know, the man is a hell of a fine entertainer. And he deserved a lot more than he got. And he was ripped off the same way as we were ripped off for our space, as well as our residuals from everything that we did. You know, and to know that something like this can happen in America really is sickening. You know.
Were there many people in that period of time that were not ripped off what they were doing?
No, they got everybody. Because we all were all country boys and city kids off the street that never had nothing. You know, and the kids that had parents that had a few bucks, they meaning white or black, or they had a few dollars, their parents didn't want them playing no guitar either. So they didn't have too much to say to them about what they were doing. They couldn't care less. You know, kids decided to leave home at 16 years old and go out and try to seek his fortune. He called back and said, hey, Mom, I made a record. She said, big deal. You know, rather than say, well, hey, bring your contract and let me look at it. It didn't happen. And people used to tell me, don't watch us, watch the people in New York. The booking agent. And I wasn't hip to the business. I didn't know nothing about the business. So they had a chance to get me, and I was looking at them. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought that's the way it's supposed to be.
When did that change? When did you realize that you were getting screwed up so bad?
When they started buying mansions and Rolls Royces and chauffeurs and radio stations, that's when I figured out something wrong. And I couldn't even buy a Ford. That's when I figured out something wrong. See, somebody's making a lot of money, and they're making it off of all of it, all different kinds of ways. And you can't see, the record business is weird, man. You gotta trust somebody. So you definitely got to trust somebody. you go in and start talking about, let me see the books, first of all, you don't know what the hell you're looking at if you see the real books, unless you're an accountant. And if you catch somebody with you, you make the people mad. It might be your last record anywhere in this country, because they're black somebody that passed the word around the different record companies that you bad news. So you ain't gonna get a record. You wouldn't be able to play for a cat show. So you're in between the devil and the deep blue sea. You know. So what happens is you got to trust some dude and hope that he gives you the right count. That's the bad thing right there. See, I think that money from records keep this from happening to other artists. I think the money should go to the government. The government take out their taxes and send you the rest. It says whatever, in other words, it don't take 6 to 8 weeks. It's done immediately. Because people have bills they have to pay. If you borrow something from the record company submits how much a little thing into that branch with a number saying that you owe them X amount of dollars. Before the check is sent to you, the government sends you a thing and asks you, is this correct? If it's correct, then you sign a little slip and you keep a receipt from it and you send it back to them, and then in the next 10 days or so you get your check from them. They already got their tax money. You ain't got to worry about the uncle coming back on you later. They already got theirs. They got theirs from the record company and the whole Smith. You know what I'm saying? And this is where artists don't get ripped off, man. I mean, because then the record company ain't gonna fight around with the government. Not directly. It's kind of, in the world speaking, it'd be kind of hard to do that, the way things are set up. But something's got to be done, man. There's too much thievery going on. And then you got to go get a lawyer to get your money, and a lawyer ain't worth for none of it. It's okay to be a lawyer. I'm not against lawyers. But why do I need a lawyer to go get my money that I work for? Why I got to pay him to go and talk to me? You know, I just think that the jury should ask the people that's involved three things. Did you pay him? That's all. Bring me the council check.
Do you think something like that is still necessary today?
Sure. Yeah, they're doing it.
Even in a time when CBS is running around saying, well, Michael sold 35 million copies of this record. They're announcing
Did he get paid for it? See, but I don't think CBS is going to play games. They're too big to steal. They don't need to. A lot of big companies out here, RCA, they're too big to steal. Chess is too big to steal. But Chess Records was a bunch of thieves up there. And I'll say this and then I want to get off of it. All platinum or sugar hits, whichever one they want to be known as. I haven't seen statements from these people in years, and they're selling records all over the world. I mean, Japan, Australia, Germany, Sweden, Switzerland, Italy. I mean, and they're selling. But where's mine?
Do you know who owns the copyright right now?
All of the copyright has nothing to do with my royalties.
I know.
I don't get no copyright royalties.
Not at all.
None. I sold the stuff to our. See, I had a slight a deal. And this is the only reason why I sold that stuff to them. I wasn't getting any money from them in the first place. So I figured, I said, well, I'm in trouble money-wise. I was about to lose my house, and I had to get an advance. So the cat told me, he said, well, Bo, your stuff ain't selling, but I tell you what we'll do. We'll buy it from you. So me being in a trick bag, they waited good until I got into a trick bag. And they knew they had me. I couldn't go to a loan office and get a loan like everybody else because musicians don't get loans just like that, like anybody else. Because right away they figure we're bad rich, but we pay taxes like everybody else. And everybody wants to hear your music and hear you make the music, but you don't fit in with the regular society. So what happened is that I got into financial trouble in California, and because I moved out there, and nobody knew who in the heck I was. They knew I was Bo Diddley, but I had to go all the way. I left Chicago, went out there, and I wasn't working because nobody, who's Bo Diddley? You know, California's a whole different world. You know, I had to build my name out there, and now I'm Mr. Somebody, you know, out there. So I asked the people, church people, the publishers, that I need to get an advance. They immediately told me that they couldn't give me an advance because my songs wasn't making any money, wasn't selling, you know, wasn't making any money, and nobody covered anything. These are all lies, but these are all lies, and I couldn't prove none of it because I didn't have access to the books. They told me I couldn't see the books. So I said, well, I would think about this a few days, and I thought maybe I would get a few jobs so I could pay my house notes, my kids is hungry, and all this. So what do? If you're in a place like this, and your children are hungry, man, you might do some things that you would not know to do. If you see some way to get something, it's honest, you know, you might even result in some dishonest shit if you get pushed into the corner, right? You know, shit that you never would think about doing. You end up doing. Man will survive any way he goddamn it can when he gets pushed to the right spot by society. Is that you got judges that are messing up because nobody knows why they're doing it. But he's a man like you and I. He's subject to mess up just like you and I. Is that? So when they told me that they couldn't let me have no advance, and they told me that they buy the stuff. I said, well, okay, from this day on, you own it, but I want all the money from the beginning up to this day. Because they never gave me anything that was the right thing. And they can't show me no goddamn checks, you know, that I cash. None of these son of a bitches. If they come up with some checks, they force my fucking name. That's what I mean. And see, I got a funky way of signing my name. If somebody it's something weird going on, you know what I'm saying? Which is my own little secret. You know what I'm saying? If I sign a check, it's signed a certain way. And if I see too many of them look like the same damn thing, I know it's not authentic. Somebody traced them over and photo status and all that. I want to see the original. notice that. See, people aren't dummies anymore. And man, it's a hurting thing when you did all of this shit. And look at here, cats out here make one record, all of a sudden go buy a house. And I'm 56 years old and I'm still out here working. I'm not hungry, but I'm not no millionaire. I ain't got no money, you know. I got a big name, you know. I should have a lot of money. I should be, you know, I mean, I don't do nothing. I don't do no drugs, you know, and all that kind of shit. I despise people that be fucking with drugs. I just lost my whole family because of drugs, man. You know, my wife, you know, and I'm just getting over the shit. But I say to anybody out there in the world, married, single, or whatever, stay away from drugs. That goddamn dummy will cause you to slap your mama, you know, and look at your daddy funny. You know, you might even try him. See, because you become somebody else. You ain't yourself no more. And I'm fixing to go through a divorce, which I hate, but well, you don't know about it anyway. Let's see what I'm talking about. Yeah. She made a mistake. 20 years. 20 goddamn long years for something like this to happen. And she just politely told me where to go. I wasn't her father. I'm just a man. Well, I think she hung up in this women's liberation bullshit. And I call it bullshit because so many women destroy their homes because they want to pick up and be the man in their house. And because the law has gotten so weird, it makes them do this. Not that I want a woman where it is that I can beat on her, you know. As a man to be beaten on. But this is a bad situation where is that women are trying to take over the home, and that's cool up until something happens. Then everybody comes looking for you, the husband. And the law has made it this way. You know, laws have gotten so weird that women do whatever they want to do to you, and you have to take it like a little puppy dog. You know, and I don't say that you're supposed to go around jumping on them and beating them up and all that. No, you're wrong if you do that. In fact, you're very much wrong. But I feel that the head of the house is the head of the house. You know, and that's the way it is. It don't mean that you got to go stomping on your old lady and she's stomping on you or one which way or the other. No, it's a pocket shit. And when the women live, and all they had this was bad. You know, like me telling her that she couldn't go down and see how they think. I never said you can't do something. I just said, well, I don't think it's right to go. I said, come on, go with it. You know, always is my thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're together long enough, they know, you know when your old lady wants you doing something, you know when you don't want to do something. You know, it's something that builds between you. But the record business is weird business. I'm never start recording. I got my own little thing that I'm doing called process of changing it, and I'm not going to do anything until after I get through with this divorce mess. You know, then I'm going to try to make me some money. Ain't no guarantee I'm going to make a dime, but I got to try. I've been hampered for a few years, you know, from trying to do a few things to get some extra bread coming in, you know, so I can do a lot of other things but help a lot of other people. You know, that's what my main thing. I just got through producing a thing, doing a video the other night with a girl engaged with Nancy Luca.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just produced her. I wrote a song and I just got to doing a video the other night. It's going to be big. Yeah, right. It's going to be big. It's going to be big, I believe. And I got a deal for her overseas at Hot Records in Australia, Sydney. I got a deal for her already. I think it's supposed to come back this way. Yeah, I'm doing the whole thing.
I was just thinking, I saw Bruce Berger about a month ago.
Yeah. I got lots of stuff. And I'm doing old and new.
What would be the flavor of it?
I couldn't tell you. It's stuff that I did many years ago. Then I'm going to try to establish some of the stuff off that I got on the shelf from live clubs and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I got. You know, I'm going to try to put out and let the people have it.
Is there a live Bo Diddley album?
There will be, yeah, coming
How am I doing on your time?
running out.
So they don't have any place for you to lay down.
No, I don't want to lay down.
No, you don't have to. The only person I know who sleep and drive.
I'll be in the car. Do you remember where you wrote Bo Diddley? Where?
Chicago.
What were you doing at the time? You didn't have a big record at the time. That was the beginning.
Driving a construction truck.
Remember where the
A
song
sand truck.
Remember where the song was written?
I wrote it home.
I always liked the song, and I never understood. It was years after Chris heard it, of course, so I realized that Bo Diddley was not your name, his real name. And I always wanted to find a man to name a song after him. So I was always curious about that one song. It's a real neat song. Is there anybody that you like current playing now?
Yeah, I like Michael Jackson, Prince, all of the current things, Bruce Springsteen, a lot of the new groups. You know, my girls like to have fun. I like her, and quite a few people I like. There's nothing wrong with the music today. The songs, new stuff, mixed new stuff, and the dude that used to be with Creedence Clearwater. Yeah.
And that you had a lot of time with him lately.
And Brian Jones' son. He had a tune out, I forget his name. But anyway, I respect the stuff today. The only thing I don't like is they call it rock and roll. Not rock and roll.
Is there anybody that's like Blast?
Yeah.
Chat? Does that fall under your definition of rock and roll?
No. None of this shit's rock and roll today.
Who was the last
I don't mean to call it shit.
I know.
I mean, none of this music
Sorry, I couldn't have put shit anyway.
today is called rock and roll. They can call it new music anything they want. But it don't sound like Chuck Berry or Elvis Presley, Gene Vincent, none of us, I guess, you know.
Who was the last person that played rock and roll beat?
I don't know.
It's been like 10, 15 years since I was playing it.
Huh?
It's been like 10, 15 years since you think anybody's been playing it that way?
I don't know. If you asked me the same question, you went a different way with it.
Yeah, a little bit. And when I figure out a way to get the answer, that's when I'll be making better money.
I like recording the lawyers.
Thanks.
I love them.
Oh, come on. I know.
He deals with a lot of both.
Well,
I only went to 6th grade in school. I wouldn't exactly say I was dumb about all the stuff that has happened to me. My thing was I trusted people. But I used to be a kid that didn't trust nobody. And my sister told me, Ellis, you gotta trust somebody. I said, why? So then I said, because I had a very, very bad inferiority complex as a child. You know. Fabricate. Stuff that people say. And it was something said around my area in Hawthorne and Johnson. I don't know what was said. All I did was read it in the paper. But the person that said it, that told the reporter, whatever they were talking about, the reporter fabricated it and made it sound like this particular person really called these people some unauthorized names. You understand? Which hurt me very bad because they're really close friends of mine, you know, and close friends of his too, but he doesn't know anything about them. His friends to them through me. And it basically got a little bit funky. It hurt me that the cat put this in the book and made it sound like, so he ran off, you know, and made it sound like, you know, it's time for a feud. And the people got a little bit upset about it. And that's the reason why I like for people to print the truth. You know, if you say something, then print it. If the cat didn't say it, and you print it, then that's bad news. Because you don't know, you might get somebody hurt. You know, and that might not be your intention, but you don't know what that other dude is thinking.
He's talking about taking things out of context.
Yeah.
You know, and I get very disturbed about things of that sort, you know. And we tried to get the guy to ask him if he would do a retraction on it to try to explain that this is not what he meant, even if he had to rewrite the thing, saying something else other than to cause a friction between friends. And this is what it did. Bad, just as hard feelings, you know, weird feelings, you know. And it made me feel a little bit like, because I don't know what really was said, so therefore I can't speak up for somebody that I don't know what they said. I just read it, you know, and those things bother me. Well, I'll talk about anything, but I don't want nothing added that I didn't say. Because I'll come fucking unglued. Huh? No, I don't know what they're going to do. They got 4 bands.
That's just in that one room. They got about 8 throughout the building.
Yeah, they got
Well, this
slam
is...
dance downstairs.
Reggae out the back.
Yeah, reggae out the back, slam dance downstairs.
This ain't going to be fun at all. I don't believe. With all this, with the way as loud as this room, this place is, this music's going to be all running into each other, man. It's going to sound like shit.
Reggae hits the hardest door between the basement and the... You do a little better being up top with the open windows and everything.
Yeah, well, I'm going to kill the cats downstairs.
What do you care? Reggae people. Yeah, really. When you come on, I was going to say, when you come on, we'll say everybody's going to be upstairs anyhow.
Oh.
I got one more thing I want to ask you about.
Yeah, okay.
I want to ask you about your guitar. And it's one special guitar.
Well, there's a guy in Nashville, Tennessee that's making my guitars now. And my square guitar, that's what you want to ask about?
Yeah. Oh, no, maybe. You want a beer? Sure. Okay.
My throat is giving me a... Kathy, your eyes getting little.
Yeah, it's the heat,
Huh? Is the heat?
Yeah, I think they quit, now that I see this one. Oh, Kathy, you lied to me.
Oh, look out!
And they still.
It started to slide, then it
Oh,
quit.
look here.
Matches.
Underran, there are 5,000 people live there, and everybody's looking for
For match.
Oh, shit. That started.
Now you got to start it.
Hey, this is shaky shit.
That's built in 1992.
Oh my God, where you at, honey? Yeah, she fat as a salt rat. Wow.
That's a booger man.
Look good all night? Give me a couple of drinks, I don't care, I'll see you. No, I don't know. Oh, that must be,
Well, that would make you a homer if you want to do that.
I shouldn't be doing this. You over goddamn draw the fucking snake come out.
We had one the other day, a snake, didn't we?
Yeah.
George had one. It bit him. Just
Black snake.
But it bit him.
I didn't know black snakes would jump at you.
Yeah, those guys look like a rat.
Them blue racers. Man, this dude jumped back and he was about that long. He could jump about that far. You know. Yeah, some dude is making my guitars in New York. without permission. The guy in Nashville, Tennessee has permission.
They're manufacturing guitars, and then other people buying them. You got your name on it?
Oh, some guy is being real. He's gonna have a problem.
Are you protected this time around to get his ass for this?
I'll show you something. You know, this is the type of shit that's going on. The reason why I'm so negative. People want to know why I got the attitude I got. Why do I use my name? That, you know, like, how do you expect to get away with this? I own that. This guitar was built in 1958 by Gretsch. I think what he did, I think where this got messed up at, Gretsch went out of business.
So he figured...
No, Gretsch is back in business now. Hello? See, Gretsch is back in business now. And one of the grandson or somebody's opening the factory back up, buying it back. And they're going back to making guitars again. And I think this cat put this out and didn't do any research. And well, if they're not making it, yeah, because he put the whole picture in there. This is what people do to me. How much of this shit can I take? Don't ask me nothing. I'm here. I ain't dead. And this is wrong. Well, where's the money? Now I gotta get a lawyer to go see about this. Why do I need a lawyer? To take the dude to court and let the judge ask him, did you get permission from this man? No, Your Honor. Well, you got a problem, baby. That's all, you know, but you're going to see it's going to take 5 fucking years along with that. And then it's going to keep going through all these different changes and stuff. It's causing, spending a lot of money with the state where they figure, and I don't feel like you should have to go through shit like that. The man don't have no right to do it. He shouldn't have did it. It should be a cut and dry case.
What's the name of the man that's making guitars now?
Tom Hall, Nashville, Tennessee.
H-O-L-M-E-S?
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. What was the... Can you get a shot with me in the frame and stuff? Yeah, I already did. Oh, okay. I was just thinking about this. Taking all these things. Well, tell you what. If I can, let me get you to sign this and send it where I send some copies.
Post office box.
Okay.
5880.
Top one. You still have the farm out there? Whatever, it's about 72 acres?
Yeah, 72.6 acres.
I was close.
I'm looking to sell it. I'm asking $500,000 for it. It's a 3-year-old log house on it, custom built. I don't know if there's a picture of it in there.
I'm just trying to think. It seems like I remembered reading in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here I am sitting in my $15,000 van playing my $3,200 guitar on my $100,000 ranch.
That's right.
That appreciated pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they had it. They just had that fixed. Well, no, it's not really fixed for the ranch. No, let me see what it is.
And none of that came from record royalties. I worked.
What did you do over here? I mean, after
Worked and my wife and I, we bought that place. You know, her parents left her a few bucks, and I didn't buy it with all my money. She had some money too, you know, and we put it together, and we bought the place, you know.
You gonna stay in Florida?
Yeah. I ain't leaving Florida.
Where do you figure?
Y'all ain't good with me that easy.
Oh, I'm glad to do that. You don't
I just want to sell the damn place and take the money and just go buy me another 4 or 5 acres somewhere right around in Hawthorne there and keep on living, because I can't change my wife, man. She don't want to even talk to me, you know. And it's a bad situation, man. You know, drugs, it's something else. I hate she got fucked up that way. I mean, but she won't let me talk to her. You know, I try to get her to go and let's get some help. She told me she's just like a drunk. She's not fooling with heroin or anything like that. This is something that people don't know about. You know. And it probably will lead you into the heroin state one day. You know. But the girl just made a bad mistake, and when I found out about it, she told me where to go.
I mean, we talked about it on the tape, but I'm going to ask you, a lot of respect to you. Would you rather I didn't mention anything about that?
You could, yeah, in a way, you know, the other way, it might have something to do with court case.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, but,
are you, let me ask you this, are you separated?
Yeah, 5 months.
You're in the process of divorce.
The reason why I talk about this, and I'm trying to let other people, male or female, know what drugs can do to destroy your home. If you think you got a happy marriage, like I thought I had, and drugs that you think is not harmful, and if you're naive to the situation, you get the best of you before you even know it.
My concern was just that I appreciate what the wife is saying. I was just thinking a little further ahead, wondering if it might cause you more problems if it's worth to tie in drugs.
Yeah. I was just mainly talking about it, you know, it's something that bugs me.
Yeah, well,
you know.
I'm really sorry to hear that, you know,
hey, man,
things went that way.
Shit. I didn't think I could cry. I don't know what I was crying about, losing her, or crying of the reason of losing. You know, it really got funky. I thought I was the hardest dude in the world in the world. And you shoot me cry? Hell no. That situation got to be real weird. There's a lot of weird shit going on between people nowadays.
What, younger?
Yes, 45. 46. Well, that's the reason why I'm selling the place.
Yeah.
She doesn't want it. I don't want it. You know. So I'm going to sell it. I'm looking for $500,000 for it. Worth more than that. But I'll take $500,000 and run like a scared ape.
The reason I asked if you were staying in Florida afterwards, I know, from what I read anyway, I don't know if it's right or wrong, when I read, it took you quite a while to start doing moving to Florida. You were in New Mexico before?
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're going to stick around.
Yeah, I ain't going to work.
A lot of people take a lot of pride in it. Yeah, so this is a Hawthorne.
I love it here, man. The people have been very nice to me in Hawthorne, Johnson. You know, I get along with all the people there, the banking people, and Interlochen. You know, I get along with the people all over, all the business people that I come in contact with. They've tried to help me through this situation, and I feel a part of it. You know, I mean, hey, it ain't everywhere you go and people accept you. Okay, so maybe because I'm Bo Diddley or what is it? Or whatever. I gave people a lot of good years of good listening music. And if they chose to help me and I need it, I'll accept it, in good faith. And I've been very well liked in the neighborhood. I don't call somebody no problem. I can help you, I'll help you. That's just me.
Send you up story that I'm doing. I'll send you up this and whatever else I find in my files that I've got copies of. I don't know if you'll have it.
Okay.
I got stuff that ran in the games of the Sun years ago, and University of Florida Alligator, and stuff.
Yeah, man, send me to those because I'm making a big thing to put on my wall. All at eye level where people can read, on a big thing.
I'll tell you what, I'll send you originals whenever I can.
Okay.
I'll keep Xerox.
Okay. Appreciate it.
I want to ask you, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you for one more autograph on my brother. Well, I appreciate all the time you got to talk to me. I really enjoy it.
Well, I know that parts of that could be a little hard to listen to because the quality was not what we would expect today, but that is a 25-year-old tape transferred from cassette. So I hope you enjoyed what you did here. And, of course, for more original interviews with your favorite musicians, including a few lost interviews with Gene Simmons and the late John Denver, surf over to our main website, mrmedia.com, mrmedia.com. Subscribe to Mr. Media on iTunes, and you'll never miss a show. Just search Mr. Media Interviews from within iTunes and subscribe for free. You can also listen with a piece of string and a tin can in many locations. If you've got an idea for a guest, email me directly at bob@andelman.com. And you can follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, twitter.com/Andelman, or on Facebook, just search Mr. Media Interviews. Thanks so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you giving up a little piece of your day to share it with Mr. Media. Thanks for listening.